are still being held in Gaza. If you hear me now, we do not forget you. We think about you all the time. No one gave up, and no one will give up. There is a great national effort, and our role of the IDF, together with the rest of the security bodies, is to create the conditions to return all of them. We will continue to operate with all the efforts in order to stand to the task. In recent weeks, we've focused our fighting in Khan Yunis. This evening, I will explain our activity. Khan Yunis is the capital of Hamas in the southern part of the Gaza Strip, over 154 square kilometers, where there is complicated underground infrastructure within civilian population. Under the Khan Yunis brigade, 4 Hamas battalions have operated. IDF forces are dismantling the military capabilities of Hamas. We've dismantled 2 of them, and now we're operating in the west. Many commanders have been arrested, eliminated, or fled, and the others are executing terror operatives, terror actions in a non-organized manner. We have destroyed underground infrastructure, where we found facilities to the holding of hostages and intelligence. The 98th Battalion is fighting together with the ground troops, commando, engineering, and special forces, and the Shin Bet, shoulder to shoulder, in a combined operation, underground and above ground. This is a new method of fighting, including advanced technology, some of them being used for the first time. Over the past week in Khan Yunis, we've arrested hundreds of terrorists that have been taken to the investigation of the security forces. They provide us with important information about Hamas in Khan Yunis. We locate terrorists in tunnels and in their hiding places as well. In recent days, during an underground maneuver of the engineering forces together with the Shin Bet in a tunnel, they have broken a door where 3 Hamas operatives have surrendered to our forces. An action that took place underground. They were transferred for investigation of the Shin Bet, and they provide information. Efforts like this have led to the fact that we've arrested, among others, terrorists that were involved in the cruel massacre on October 7th and were hiding in Khan Yunis. In addition to those ground forces, the Air Force has executed hundreds of precision strikes on Hamas sites, including military sites, weapon storages, and real-time targets that have threatened our forces and were attacked by the Air Force. Since the start of the attack, we've opened humanitarian corridors in order to allow civilians to leave the fighting area and avoid Hamas using them as a human shield. While Hamas is trying to prevent them to leave, 100,000 residents have already evicted from Khan Yunis alone. In addition, we are focusing our efforts to prevent launching attempts of Hamas. We have thwarted dozens of such efforts, and we will continue this effort. I call on you to continue and adhere to the guidelines of the Home Front Command. They save lives. We continue the fighting in Khan Yunis. We have operational missions of dismantling the military facilities of Hamas. We will continue to deepen our achievement. In addition to that, 162 Battalion is fighting in other areas of the Strip in the center and the north. Overnight, it went on an attack in the north part of the Strip, in Shati and other areas. It took place in by surprise. Within hours, some force came from north, another came from south, reached through the Shifa hospital, an operation that in the past took us a lot of time. This time just took hours. During the operation, over 30 terrorists were eliminated overnight alone. We continue to operate there tonight as well. We have longevity and ready for a long fighting. Next to the offensive operation, our forces continue to operate both on defense and offense. It is important to stress there is no change in the rules of engagement. The IDF forces are instructed not to allow any persons to arrive at the border.
I want to point out one thing to all of you.
We continue to send out forces in order to allow the forces to continue and operate. The operation that I described in Shati was operated by 3 fighting units, one of them on reserves, that returned to Gaza after resting at home. We will continue to allow rest both for the reservists and for the regular forces. I know the families await this very much. It is important for us. The commanders with them know this. We will do this when the operational procedures allow it. In recent days, the winter weather, the logistics forces are ensuring that the equipment from food and supplies allow them to operate in the best possible manner and maintain their personal security.